Hello, my name is Megan Allen and I'm a second year veterinary student, and today we're going over the veterinary examination and some positive reinforcement training that you can do at home for your dog to prepare. With COVID-19, we're having an increased amount of curbside where unfortunately you don't get to go into the office to be with your dog during the exam. But here's some things that you can do at home to help your dog feel more comfortable. Alright, so things we're going to need. We're going to need our dog's leash, some good treats. I like to use peanut butter, and of course, a dog. So this is my dog, Sybil. Come here. Well, she is already been trained to this, so she's kind of an old pro. But generally, you want to start on the floor to make your dog more comfortable. She's little, so it's easier to do it with her on the counter, and you want to attach her leash just to make sure you have a little bit more control and they just don't wander away. Alrighty. Yeah, hello, Sybil. And then, so what we're going to do is we'll start out and go over different parts of the veterinary exam and what you can do to make your dog just accept the whole process a little bit. So usually start with a head to tail exam. I'm going to turn her this way. Yeah, sit. Good girl. I know, you want the cookies. Here, look this way. Yeah. Alright, and then I use a marker word, which is yes when she does what I want her to do, and accepts what we're going to do. So first things first, usually like to start at their head. So what you need to do to get her to look at you, yes! If she looks at you, you get a cookie. Good job. Alright, and then take your hand, place it gently under her chin just so you can control where her head looks. Good girl. Wait for her to relax. You're fine. Alright, and then gently we're going to look at her eyes. And then take your opposite hand, have it on her head, give her a couple pets. Look at one eye, look at the other eye. You can gently manipulate her eyelids. What a good girl, yes. Alright, and we'll do an oral exam or look at her mouth. Yep, so same thing. Gently have one hand under her chin, the other coming up top. Make sure you don't bump her eye when you do that, and just lift up her lip. What a good girl. You can put it down. You can repeat it. Good girl. And the same thing the other side. Yep. And then with your other finger, you can put reach down her bottom lip. Yeah, good girl. And then give her the cookie. Yes. Alright, and then to look in her ears, very similar thing. Alright, get control with your bottom hand. We're going to look in one ear. Yeah. I'm going to do it again. She kind of looked funky at me. Good girl. And her other ear. Good girl. Alrighty. And I've got a couple of lymph nodes around there, so when you see the doctor is kind of gently massaging around their jaw, you can do the same thing. They're looking for their submandibular lymph node, and then you can gently palpate back here to their shoulders, looking for the scapular lymph node. Alright, yes, and give her the treat. Alright, and it's important not just for the veterinarian, but for you at home also to check their feet. So I like to, it's easier because I have a small dog, but it works the same with big dogs. A lot of times you can get them into a sit and then take their paw or lie down. So I like to do is I like to have one hand around her shoulder for, excuse you, she burped, for a little bit of control, and then I hold her leg out at the elbow. Yeah, good girl. And then you can just look at her toe, between your toes, and if she's going to lick at your hand or pull away, just hang on gently. And then once she stops paying attention to you, stops licking, yes, there, then you can let go. Do not let go if they are pulling away from you, because that will reward your dog inadvertently, and that's not when you want to make it harder for everyone. So yeah, you want to look. Yeah, I'm not. Relax, so. Yep, just wait her out. Perfect. Good girl. Give her a little squish. She's being a good girl. And you can look at her between her toes. Make sure everything looks good there. Check her nails. Make sure they're not broken or growing in the wrong way. A lot of ticks like to hide in between toes. So especially now that the weather is getting nicer, important to check that. Yes, good girl. Alright, and then the same thing with the back feet. With this one, just support them underneath the abdomen. Oh, that's better. And just, good girl. Yep, I'm just going to look at her toes. Very nice. I'll turn her this way. Good girl. Alright, what a champ you are. And then, yep, give her the treat. Alrighty. And another thing you want to check is you want to be able to palpate their abdomen or their stomach area to make sure there aren't any masses or they seem painful. So I like to hold a treat out and hold on to it for a second, let her lick it, and then just gently but firmly, whoop, don't fall off the counter, rub her tummy. So no lumps, no bumps. She does not seem painful, so that looks good there. Good girl. Alright, and then I brought a stethoscope with me. If you don't have one at home, you can pretend. It makes motions to her chest. You can grab a kid's toy. So I like to show it to them, let them sniff it. Alrighty. And then usually hold them on the opposite side that I'm listening to, just to keep them in position. You sit on the chest. Sounds good. And we can move it up a little bit higher towards the back, like so. And then we'll do it on the other side as well, so make sure we listen to both sides. Good girl, Sybil. Everything you want to do on one side, you just want to repeat on the other side. And then there's another pulse point that's very commonly taken in dogs, and that is our femoral pulse. So that is on the medial or inside aspect of their back leg. So it's going to be very high up their thigh. So what I like to do is I take my opposite hand that I'm going to be palpating with, and I like to hold it over their shoulder and tuck them into my body just so they're a little bit more comfortable. And then run my finger up the inside of their thigh. Usually it's close to where the leg meets the body, and wait until I feel that little pulse. Feels good. Yeah, good girl. Thank you for turning around. See, she knows the drill. And then same thing. Gently hold her shoulder to you. Reach up. And there it is. Yes, good girl. We won't go through temperature taking because I don't have a doggy thermometer, but if you were to do it, usually, well, you take it in their rectum. So, but it's very similar for holding. I like to hold one hand over the shoulder, the other hand on their abdomen, and just hold them real close. And then whoever takes the temperature should be able to do that. All right, and then we will do one more thing. We'll play the hands-on, hands-off game. So this is great to get your dog used to other people and accepting strangers handling them. And so this is what I use the peanut butter for. So I grab a spoonful, and then when my assistant, when I say hands-on, he will he'll touch her, put her hands on, usually gently but firmly palpating her spine or her tummy, different parts of her body. And the entire time I say hands on, she's getting her reward. When I say hands off, reward stops, he stops. So this is especially great for younger puppies that get so excited about handling. All right, so hands on, and she gets her treat. Yeah, and hands off. Good girl. All right, and then so hands on, and he'll do her legs this time. Good, and hands off. All right, what a good girl, Sybil. And then we'll turn her this way. All right, and then when I say hands on, you'll just look in her ears. So hands on. Very nice. So see, she's even much more relaxed when we were doing it with the peanut butter than earlier when I was just looking in her ears. So the peanut butter hands-on game is great. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some things that will help to relax your dog next time they're in the veterinary office. And just remember to keep it positive and stay happy and healthy. Thank you.